Hi, welcome to the second edition of Taking Control. Thanks very much for watching. I've got a question for you to start with this time around, and that is, are you your industry's best kept secret? Now, why am I asking you that? Well, simply this. If you're going to develop your career, if you're going to be able to go in the direction that you want to go in, then high performance by itself, as critical as that is, isn't enough. It's also about being visible and about becoming known for being a high performer. And the person who can best get the message out there in terms of you being a high performer is you. So the purpose of what I'm going to talk to you about now is to help you to go in some practical steps, or take some practical steps about building your profile. Now, why do you do it? Well, simply, and as we spoke about last time, it's to make sure that opportunity starts to find you rather than you having to go out and chase it. Now, that may be another job down the track, but it may equally be promotion within your own organisation. It could be being asked to be involved in a particular project, or being given an opportunity to go on a learning program that you otherwise might not have had the opportunity to go on. So there's a variety of reasons why it's important. It's not all about just changing jobs. And remember, what we're trying to do is position you for the longer term as far as your career is concerned. So people often ask me or say to me when I raise the need for them to do this, well, hang on, that's all great, Michael, but I've got a job to do, and I'm pretty flat out doing that already. So this sounds like it's going to be pretty onerous, and I'm going to make a big investment in time, or need to make a big investment in time to be able to do it properly. And my response to that is that yes, there is a time investment, but there's not an onerous one, and it should really just be an extension of what it is that you're probably doing day to day in any case. So I thought I'd give you a few practical ideas there that might help you along the way. One is, and this is really underused, why not go to senior decision makers within your industry and ask their advice from a career perspective? You're not asking for a job, you're not asking for business particularly, but let's say you sell into the architectural community, for example. Why not go and approach a principal or a director at a major architectural firm and ask for that person's advice from a career standpoint? Can I buy you a cup of coffee and ask you what it is about a high-performing salesperson that you want to deal with that makes them that? What is it that I might do to be more effective at what I do? You'll find people are very giving of their time, and to be honest, they're flattered to be asked most of the time. So it's probably going to cost you nothing more than half an hour of your time and a cup of coffee to get some really valuable information and really build credibility with a senior decision maker in your industry. LinkedIn is another way, and I know everybody's on LinkedIn and all the rest of it, me as much as the next person, but using LinkedIn with a purpose is important. So, for example, you might look at where the senior decision makers in your industry live on LinkedIn. For example, what LinkedIn groups are they members of? Join the same groups, post discussions, post comments in response to discussions. That's immediately visible to them. So you're raising your profile. You're already on LinkedIn in any case. So it's not about spending more time on LinkedIn. It's maybe spending that perhaps 10 minutes a day with a bit of purpose rather than having just a random trawl through the status updates. That's a very simple thing to do, and it's hugely effective, believe me. I walk into meetings and functions all the time and meet people I've never met before, and they immediately say, oh yeah, I see what you do on LinkedIn, I've seen some of the stuff that you posted, it's really good. So it has a very definite impact. The other thing you might do on LinkedIn and more generally is to broadcast your wins. So if you sell into a particular project or you have another particular success, make sure you let the world know about it. Again, it'll take you minutes, not hours, to post a couple of photos and a few notes about a particular project you might have sold into or a contract that you've secured. And it's publicly known throughout the industry in any case. It's unlikely that you selling into a construction project or some other achievement is going to be something that's not able to be accessed or known by the rest of the commercial community. So you're not going to be able to be giving away anything that's commercially sensitive in doing that. Pick your mark, make sure that what you post is appropriate, but again, hugely effective in letting people know what it is that you're doing. I hope that's been of some help, and I'd welcome questions, feedback, comments, criticism. That's all fine. Do jump onto the Queensland Sales Professionals group on LinkedIn if you haven't already, and join that, and perhaps suggest to colleagues or friends that they may do the same thing. If you've got questions, if I can be of any assistance, please, my contact details are in the newsletter. Drop me a line. Thanks very much.